Hey everyone, welcome back to Eurovision Extra. Now, I wanted to film this video a few months ago, just after ESC, but I didn't think it would be a good time to do that, so I'm doing it now, especially after everything that has gone on in the Eurovision world regarding of Austria's hosting of next year's Eurovision Song Contest in Vienna. Today is, well, the hot topic on everyone's tongue: why is Israel in the Eurovision? Now, I'm obviously going to explain my reasons and why I think if Israel should or shouldn't be in the contest next year, my vote in the entry, and of course the voting slash delegation meeting, and some other things as well. So yeah, please don't take this video in a bad way. I'm going to try and finish this the best I can without getting hated on. So yeah, but before I do, if you want to follow me on socials, you can follow me on TikTok at Eurovision.extra and on Instagram at Eurovision_extra. So, I think without further ado, let's go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is my overall opinion about Israel's former entries at the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, I kind of have a bone to pick with Israel. I like their entries, I like their songs. At the end of the day, it's called a song contest for a reason. But yeah, I kind of like their entries, even though I don't really want them to place well. I kind of I like their song for this year. I liked their song last year. I liked the song about that. I mean, I've only seen Eurovision since 2023, so it kind of started like in the middle of everything. Which I don't think is a great place to start. However, I like their songs. It's just that how they're promoting it is not ideal at all. I think it's against the rules because the Eurovision rules said that I can't remember the rules, like you can't promote it like you advert. I don't like you can't promote it on advert. I think that's what I read. I might be wrong. I'm sorry if I am wrong. But no, I like the songs. Do I listen to the songs? Very, very briefly. Not much. I don't just tend to skip the song, but especially with this year's entry, it kind of gave everyone in Europe a bit of a panic attack or a heart attack. You choose. But no, entry wise, I like their entries. I think they send good potential strong songs. However, I mean, I don't think anyone wants them to place well, including myself. But yeah, I don't want to go to much detail about the entries because obviously that's not really the most important thing about this video. So yeah, I think I'm now going to talk about the so-called voting magic that happened. The delegation meeting is what I'd say it as, a delegation meeting. So I think without further ado, let's go. Now, when we first got told about the voting, it was scheduled to be in November without a date. However, it got moved to December. I don't really know why. I think I do, I just can't remember. But I did read somewhere that they actually didn't vote on Israel's participation. Well, the broadcasters didn't vote on Israel's participation. They actually voted on some new rules changing for Vienna 2026. So ultimately, Israel was going to participate regardless, purely because they weren't voting on whether they should be in or not. That's what I've read, but I might be wrong. I'm sorry if I am wrong. But yeah, I kind of like if you've discussed on the internet or everywhere that it's going to be a vote about their participation, I think that's definitely got to be your main priority about the delegation meeting. I always say the delegation meeting, like, it's a meeting with the broadcasters, so I'm taking it the delegation meeting. But no, obviously what we do know is with Israel's participation, Ireland, Spain, the Netherlands, Slovenia, and Belgium have withdrawn from the contest. I think it's Belgium, that's what I saw somewhere, but it might not be Belgium. Though I think 4 or 5 countries have withdrawn from the contest in order from Israel's participation. I don't know how to feel about that. I think now it's I don't know. because like I said before, at the end of the day, it is a song contest, and I think politics is definitely a massive thing about it, even though they kind of, for some reason, claim it's non-political. It is. Probably, it's more political than probably the UK government, and that is saying something. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it that's not complicated, or like saying, or that's telling us in the wrong direction. But yeah, yeah, a lot of people said yes for new rules, everyone said no, but I think ultimately they kind of add the new rules to um like disguise it's just participation, if that makes sense. So I think if everyone said yes to new rules, that means they will continue to have it's just participating in Eurovision. I know we all want them banned. I want them banned. That's what I'm saying. But I think if we can't change it, work needs to be cut out with everyone. I know on social media everyone says it's just going to be in it. I'm not watching the next year. But ultimately, if you're watching the national finals, it's a bit stupid if you just watch the national final and then not watch it. Because at the end of the day, these are singers' dreams. They wanted to be on the Eurovision stage since they were probably children, and you're taking that away by not reminiscing or not watching them live their own moment because of some country's government or qualification inside the contest, which I kind of think is a bit stupid. But I mean, at the end of the day, if that's the decision you want to do, be my guest. So yeah, that was about the delegation meeting. Let's move on to the main question about if Israel should be in or Israel should be out. Let's go. Okay, so this is the main question that everyone is asking themselves, or everybody else, is should Israel participate in Vienna 2026 / get banned from Eurovision? Now, like I said before, I like their entries. That's my opinion. I don't listen to them. I just like them. Yes, I muted Euro Raphael's performance during the live show. That's what I did. I mean, but I feel like as I've listened to it, it's grown on me. However, the main thing that Eurovision fans are thinking about is what they've done to other countries. But if you look at it with Russia versus Ukraine, both of them were in the Eurovision. That's mainly the reason why Russia got banned and Ukraine stayed. If you look up between Israel and the countries, I think it's Palestine. Palestine doesn't compete in Eurovision. That's why I think they're still in there, because Palestine doesn't compete in Eurovision. I don't know if they're part of the EU, but yeah, I mean, Israel participates in Eurovision, Gaza and Palestine don't. I think that's mainly the reason why they've stayed, because there's no point about banning a country when the other country is not even in the contest. That's what I think they're thinking. But I think overall, I think it should be banned. However, they do make good songs that I kind of feel like they do rig the televote. I just want to know how, because you can't really buy votes unless obviously you vote for yourself. But yeah, I kind of feel like I like their entries, I like their songs. However, I do think they should be banned. That's my intake on it. The lighting is horrid, through my glasses, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I think as soon as everyone saw the news last week, I think all of us kind of went to a bit of a state of shock, and then a bit of anger, a bit of sadness. Israel's obviously happy, of course, for some reason. But yeah, it definitely shocked me a little bit. Obviously regarding about everyone on social media and then everything that's going on in the main contest. But obviously we do have the returning countries of Romania, Moldova and Bulgaria, so we shouldn't really take their limelight away from them because of one country, which I kind of feel like what's happening now, it's currently going on. But yeah, that's kind of my intake. I like their songs, I like their entries. I don't think they should be in it. I think they should be banned. I think they should be banned until like everything actually gets sorted out, like peacefully. So yeah, that's what I say to that. I hope I haven't broke your hearts or said anything that's mean or rude. If it has, please let me know. But yeah, I think the penultimate thing, or maybe the last thing we're gonna go on is well, no, I don't think we need to actually go on anything else, because I've said everything that I think is gonna happen or should happen actually. So yeah, on that note, that is my personal opinion about if Israel should continue participating in the Eurovision Song Contest / participating in next year's contest in Vienna, Austria. But anyways, if you like this video, make sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe for more Eurovision content, and I'll see you next time. Bye!